Seb moving the position boards after.
Hey. Go watch my reaction for the Canadian Grand Prix. I was like, Sebastian Vettel is so pissed. What's going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video, and today we're going to take a look at the Canadian Grand Prix, and more specifically, a video from the one and only perspective, because he keeps finding his way on this channel one way or another. He's a great F1 content creator, by the way. Perspective, if Perspective ever watches these videos, fantastic creator. But we're going to take a look today, mainly me learning for the first time why everyone loves the Montreal or Canadian Grand Prix, having only seen the 2019 version, and it was either 2010 or 2011, the one that Jens Button won, which he won it from Sebastian Vettel in the Red Bull. I do remember that. But what some consider the best Canadian Grand Prix of all time, on a track that everyone loves. So there had to have been several good races here. So I'm hoping that he sort of goes into some examples, so we're gonna have some more videos for you guys tomorrow, sort of gearing up for the Canadian Grand Prix. Now, I believe it happens in my time, qualifying at 1 and then the race at 3 p.m. Hopefully we'll have a live stream up for one of those, whether it was qualifying or the race. We'll get back to you guys on that. You'll see it on a post on the channel, so make sure you have notifications set. But it's gonna be a fun one. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and let's get into the video. As well, guys, you can find the original video down in the description below.
So it's my favorite racetrack.
Favorite race.
Next, and wow, I have missed it. The circuit was originally named Il Notre Dame Circuit, but was renamed to the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in honor of the legend, the man himself, one of the all-time greats, Gilles Villeneuve. Now, I'm sorry if my pronunciation was off on the first one. Now, the circuit. I think it has a little bit of everything. I feel like it's actually kind of like Melbourne. It resembles it a little bit, but it's more complete and obviously, I think, the better racetrack. It has long straights. It's got
better than the Aussie Grand Prix? I hate saying Grand. It's grand. To me, it's grand. I'm sorry.
Got a little
but
bit
still,
of
great
elevation in sort
Don't
of
make
the
fun
right
of me.
areas.
Big Sprite
There's
comment.
not too much. Obviously, it's not crazy substantial, but I feel like it's kind of there, and it's just good that it exists. It has tight, twisty sections, which will really see drivers kind of flick the car in and out of. I mean, it's extremely satisfying to watch over a qualifying lap. I mean, it's just
a driver just taking balls to the wall.
Like it really suits a Formula 1 car. It's also got a big ol' hairpin, which is always good to see on a racetrack. And who can forget the Wall of Champions? It is the notorious section of the racetrack, probably the most iconic and famous part of this particular circuit. Every year we wait with
Why is that? Is it because someone crashes at it? Is it people crashing at the wall? It's people crashing, isn't it? Love to see it.
Massive anticipation to see which driver, or will any driver, fall victim to the wall. Now, some consider this a street circuit, but I'm more on the side of it being a hybrid racetrack. What I love about hybrids like this is the grass that lines a lot of the circuits. I think it adds another layer of challenge and also leaves less room for error. It also sort of gives the illusion that you're at a permanent racetrack too. Also, this circuit is on its own island, which I think is just super unique, and I just love that.
I think my only issue probably with that is that there could be like a better way, I guess necessarily, to get fans in. But I mean, if it's an F1 track made for the purpose of being an F1 track, you gotta put respect where respect is due for that. But I just think fan service would probably do it a little bit better.
A classic. I certainly do consider it a classic. I think it is a staple on the F1 calendar, one that I really want to see remain on the calendar forever. Really, it is my favorite racetrack in the world. And aside from the Australian Grand Prix, this is the race that I look forward to the most every season. The Canadian Grand Prix just has a great vibe about it. You really feel like Formula 1 belongs here. This feels
belongs
like
and cares.
Like
belongs and cares.
Formula 1 event. No gimmicks, no nonsense. This is just where Formula 1 should be racing. Canada has had some memorable moments over the years. Think back to Lewis Hamilton's first win. Think back to Robert Kubica's horror crash, and then just 1 year later, a massive redemption story, which was just amazing. Think of the 2011 Canadian Grand Prix, which saw Jenson Button start 7th, get a drive-through penalty, and then still win the race. Crazy conditions, the race went for so long, It was the longest F1 race in history. It went for so long that the rules had to be changed. It is often regarded as the greatest Formula 1 race of all time. The last time we raced here in 2019,
which is insane.
think back to the Seb Lewis incident, which caused massive controversy after the race and was just, I mean, it's become an iconic moment at that racetrack. The footage of Seb moving the position boards after...
Hey. Go watch my reaction for the Canadian Grand Prix. I was like, Sebastian Vettel is so pissed. He's so livid. And he has the right to be, but at the same time, that penalty, like, I don't know who would, like, yield. So, for example, if Lewis Hamilton crashes into Sebastian Vettel during that incident, it's 100% Sebastian Vettel's fault. So, the fact that Lewis sort of avoided the crash and they gave them the 5-second penalty, which then resulted in Lewis winning, makes sense. But at the same time, it's such BS to see Lewis win that way. And I'm not a Lewis hater by any means, but it seems like such a BS call to have him go out that way.
Race, I mean, it's gone down in history. It's made a big name for itself over the years, and it is no surprise as to why so many fans love this racetrack and look forward to the Canadian Grand Prix.
I would have loved to have
every
gone,
year.
actually.
Now, if you're new to the sport, you may not have actually seen a race happen here because we obviously haven't raced here since 2019.
I have not at all.
So let me tell you what you can expect. Now, hyping up an F1 race is kind of risky because just as you think you're about to witness a banger, obviously sometimes you get humbled and you witness a snooze fest. But expect excitement. Expect drivers to send it around a challenging but also very fun racetrack. Expect the Wall of Champions to meet some Pirellis this year and maybe
let's go.
more of a Formula 1 car.
It will be Mick Stroll or Latifi, one of those three.
With plenty of action because Canada often delivers. This is a race that starts at 4 AM Melbourne time, and that doesn't even faze me at all. It is worth it every single time. It is the race that I look forward to the most every year. I think majority of fans do like this track. It's very rare to find someone that'll diss this circuit. I mean, there's not really much to not like. It is at the top of my list. If I could choose one race to go to in a different country, I think it would definitely be...
It would be the Canadian Grand Prix?
Like
wait, so you wouldn't want to go to, like, Vegas or go to Miami? Like, none of the... I mean, even Baku would be kind of dreamy, you know, to see the castles. Monaco, like, Canada is at the top of your list? You know what? I can't hate on it. I can't hate on it.
Everything I want to see on the Formula 1 calendar. I feel like the Formula 1 calendar isn't the same without the Canadian Grand Prix on it, and without it being present since 2019, it just hasn't felt correct. It just hasn't felt right. It hasn't felt like a proper Formula 1 season in a way. So hopefully we have a good race and Canada once again shows everyone why it is one of the best racetracks in the world. So I'd love to hear your opinion.
Listen, yeah. Same as it. Let me know what you guys think about the Canadian Grand Prix. Let's take a look at some of the comments. Let's take a look at some of the comments, see what people are actually saying. Also, don't look. I have my Domino's order up there. Great circuit, great city, great country. Yeah, look at the Canada fan service. We love to see it. It's going to be a great track because the cars are less aggressive and more wheel-to-wheel. The smooth corners. Honestly, that hairpin corner is going to be really, really nice. There's 3 tracks that should always be in F1. Spa, Monza, and Canada. No ifs, ands, or buts. You know what? Fair play. As a Canadian, I love the track and most of us do, but I don't think other people love it as much. I mean, he's showing it mad love. And you know what? I'm looking forward to it this weekend. He's got me pretty hyped. He's done his job. He's got me pretty hyped for the track. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about the Canadian Grand Prix. What is it? Gilles Villeneuve? Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. We need to do a circuit guide. We got to do a circuit guide tomorrow. So that'll be a plan for tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And peace.